All right, really, if you're doing just about anything outside this weekend, it is going to be gorgeous. Warmer temperatures than what we saw today. It's true, we've been stuck in the lower 60s for much of the day. We started off in the 40s this morning. Temperatures are going to be great, but we've got to keep emphasizing the red flag warning that's in effect and the fire danger continuing to be on the high side. Breezy conditions are going to continue. If anything, maybe even breezier conditions on tap for tomorrow. Now, it will be a warm wind tomorrow, a southwest wind at about 15, maybe gusting over 25 miles per hour at times. And then you combine that, of course, with the very low humidity levels. We're talking humidity levels 25% or below. Dew point values probably running in the 30s for much of the day. Combine that with the highs in the 70s, and that's why it's going to be so dry, especially during the afternoon hours is when it's going to be especially dangerous. Remember, the red flag warning actually going into effect at 10 o'clock in the morning, lasting through 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. And, of course, highs in the lower and middle 70s for much of tomorrow. A little bit cooler, though, and probably a little bit of a wind shift. I don't think the fire danger quite as volatile on Sunday versus what we're going to see tomorrow. Of course, whenever you're talking about a high fire danger, you'd like to see some rainfall. I'll tell you, at least in the short term, not a lot of rain in the forecast. Certainly no rain in the forecast for the weekend. Next system is going to arrive on Monday, but unfortunately, this one's not looking real promising. This is kind of a weak system, kind of like the one that we saw yesterday, and it's just not going to dump a lot of rainfall. We're probably talking about, on average, hundredths of an inch of rain, maybe a little over a tenth of an inch in some places with some gusty showers. But again, it's going to be a quick round of gusty showers in and out very quickly, probably Monday afternoon or Monday evening. All right, for the rest of tonight, partly cloudy skies, some chilly breezes. 43 degrees is our forecast low for tonight. You can see winds, at least during the nighttime, not much of an issue. Temperatures in the 40s. But remember, of course, the statewide burn ban remains in effect. And tomorrow, here we go, 72 degrees, lots of sunshine. Really a perfect day, though. I mean, just as long as you're not doing any kind of burning, it's going to be a beautiful day for really anything you want to do outside. You want to make a head to the beach. You want to play some golf. You want to work outside in the yard. Perfect conditions for all of that. But you can see sustained winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. And again, there it is, 15 mile per hour winds sustained for much of the day. And there's your problem, the dew point values in the 30s. That's why the humidity levels will be 25% or lower. At this hour, 63 in Wilmington. We've got 61 Greenville, 63 degrees in Florence, even cooler 50s generally in the western part of the state. You can see our temperature 9 degrees colder than it was 24 hours ago. Greenville, 16 degrees colder than it was 24 hours ago. And it is going to be a little bit chilly tonight. Look for temperatures to dip down into the lower and middle 40s as you wake up. But there's your southwest wind, and that's what's going to boost the temperature tomorrow afternoon into the lower 70s. But a little bit of a wind shift to the more of an easterly direction should mean a little bit less volatile conditions on Sunday. Still, though, no burning here either. 70 for the high on Sunday. Chance of some showers, but not much rain on Monday. And then really pretty nice weather for much of next week. Upper 60s and lower 70s. So seasonable highs, nothing exceptionally warm or exceptionally cold in the extended forecast.
Protesters gathered outside